the time to encourage you guys during this holiday season that the situation that you're in right now, it's not gonna last forever. This is not news that's supposed to be meant to make you feel discouraged or meant to put you in a position to make you think that you don't have what it takes to be successful. However, what I do want to bring to light is that when you're aware that situations come and go, when you're aware that moments don't last forever, you're gonna put yourself in a better position to be prepared for the next situation and the situation that you're currently in. The biggest challenge that is faced by many people is that they lack preparation for the situations that they're in. The biggest challenge for many people is they lack the preparation for the challenges that they are currently in. You see, what ends up happening is this. When you're not prepared, when you find yourself in a situation and you're not prepared for it, oftentimes what happens is you seem to experience many emotions that don't help you become more healthier, right? So if you lack the preparation and you're currently in a situation where you don't seem to be prepared for it, there's so many emotions and feelings that come that seem to hold you back. Frustration, anxiety, anger, these different emotions are there to remind you that you're not quite where you need to be. It's okay. I don't want to make you feel overwhelmed right now because you're in a situation and you may not feel the best about yourself or your situation. It's okay. That does not mean you're a failure. That does not mean you will not be successful. It simply means your being, right? Your being is reminding you there's a moment for you to take it to the next level. There's a moment for you to understand that you need to prepare now for the next situations that are coming. What's even more important about having these feelings or these emotions is it allows you to experience that you're alive. You're simply living. You're simply experiencing a moment that many people cannot experience because they're simply not here. Some of us have lost loved ones, and just the simple knowledge of knowing that your loved ones are not here can be detrimental in moments. They don't have the opportunity to experience what you're experiencing. Therefore, we ought to be grateful. It immediately should bring a sense of gratefulness, regardless of what you're going through. So again, this holiday season is going to bring many emotions up, and many of us are not prepared for our situations that we're in. These situations can go anywhere from a personal setting to a career or work setting. Some of us personally lack the interpersonal skills to have functional relationships with the ones we love. Some of us even lack interpersonal skills to have functional and healthy relationships with the people we work with, which in fact creates a challenging moments and situations that we find ourselves in. Let me make you aware of this. There is hope. There is opportunity. There is a chance for you to reposition yourself even in this moment and take advantage fully of those relationships the way you want to. Let me help you create clarity. Sometimes that's all we need is just clarity. You see, even the most successful people understand this. When they have an idea of where they're trying to go, when they have an idea of who they are, it's difficult to stop them because they have clarity. Many of us search for clarity in challenging moments and we can't find it because we're overwhelmed by what we think not only of ourselves, which can hurt us, which can impact us, which can make us take a step back just a little bit, but we also don't think highly of our situations and other people that are in it. It's hard to see good when you feel bad. Clarity is what you need. The way that you think of yourself impacts the way you think of your situation and what you think of other people. I encourage you that you ought to remember a few things. The first thing you ought to remember is you are a brand. You have an image. You have a reputation. I'm not simply saying this to make you appealing to other people, even though that has benefits. What I'm saying is you need to know your brand.
to remind yourself of your value. Our brands dictate, determine, and communicate our value, what we stand for, who we are. So when you're in those challenging times and you remember that you're a king, if that's your brand, if that's who you want to become, if that's who you claim to be, the kings know difficult times exist to remind them of how great they are. If you're in a challenging situation with someone you love or care about, and you know you're a queen, or you know that you're a respectable woman who has this sense of greatness about her, in those situations, if you know you're great, that situation doesn't dictate your next step. What dictates your next step is what you think of yourself. I encourage you, women, men, I encourage you, professionals, I encourage you, entrepreneurs, I encourage you, sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, I encourage everyone to understand that clarity will allow you to see to see yourself, to remind you of yourself, to restore that value, to give you the tools you need to be successful in interpersonal skills, in relationships that mean the most to you. So if you struggle and you're searching for clarity, let us help you.